Just curiosity, first question is what brought you to Virginia Woolf? From a Greek background, then you went to the Netherlands to study dance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And how has English literature come into your life?
Actually, everything is a step-by-step thing. So I was not like a young boy dancing. I want to be a dancer. So I was born in a small village, and then I went to Athens. I studied political sciences. Through that, I realized that I wanted to do drama. I started an actor. Through that, I realized that I wanted to dance, and I ended up in Amsterdam studying in SNTO. So, yeah, with the English literature, it just happened that I got the novel of Virginia Woolf. So I was actually, somebody told me that it's a great book. So I started reading it, and it was an explosion in my mind. In the beginning, I was like, it's too romantic, analytic, too many descriptions. But slowly, I got to the point that every small description, the great thing about the book is that I felt that every small description, I have experienced that already. It was like a deja vu from my childhood years. So it was like, I felt that I was reading my diary somehow. So it was really a big strike in my mind. So I didn't decide immediately to make it a performance, but it grew in my mind, it stayed there. So when I had the chance to create something, it was the first thing to come into, yeah, it was a big influence. So
And during this workshop that you have just done about ELVEDON, you focus a lot about what is around people, a consciousness, not only in themselves but also on the outer world. So how did you make this passage from the stream of consciousness to an outer consciousness?
I think that I don't even divide it. I believe because I studied drama, and somehow I believe that these drama and dance are, of course, there are different ways of expressing, but I always felt that it's really the same. So I could not really distinguish that speech is another thing than body. So of course you need another training, but the source, the main source, and behind it, it's the same. So somehow I always connected dance with communication, of being aware of what's happening in space and people. I know it sounds a bit a cliche, but in a way, I'm trying to underestimate emotions. So I wouldn't work with emotions because it's a personal, private thing that we call happiness, but it's really different for each other. So for me, working with that, it's so abstract, so I have nothing in my hand. So I prefer to work with space, with something that I can see, with something that I can touch, with something that in a way make a limitation, and through that I can find emotion or I can create emotion. So I don't like interpretations, I like experiments, and through that to dig in and create fantasy. And in order to do that, you need to be extrovert and you need to be aware of what's happening around you. And through that you go inside.
So what is limitation for you?
For me it's very simple. Limitation is, a heartbeat is this. So the limitation is that I cannot stop. If I stop, I die. So this is already a limitation. So from this point on, I can see what can happen. Or in my second work I did, a limitation is that it's based on Bach music. It's a fugue of Bach, and its dancer is one instrument. So the limitation there is that I don't interpret, I don't dance the music, but I am the music. So whenever there is sound, I move. Whenever there is not sound, I stop. So sound and existence are coming together. So this is also a limitation. So I started from very basic things, very small and very simple ones, and through exploring this small experiment, for me, it creates a bigger fantasy.
So when you choreograph, how do you deal with music?
It depends. For example, in ELVEDON, music for me was creating another parallel existence, another universe, that it's that I take it as for granted. So I'm not aiming to listen, I'm not aiming to do, but it's already there. It's already connected with our existence. So it's not that I'm going to the music. It's like the music and the body are already in tune somehow. If I make myself clear, I don't know.
Yes, yes, sure.
Yes.
Also, you speak a lot about kinesiological research.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean with that?
It is a kinesiological research because this is not a philosophical state. This is up and down. This is a bounce. I push myself on the floor and go up and down. This is a motion. The way that I leave this motion evolve, I call it a kinesiological research. And I don't say develop because in a way develop it's a decision, but on the way that we are working in my company, it's more about letting go, so inhibit, not make actions, but imagine the actions and let time bring the actions. So in a way, this is a kinesiological research for me. How slowly it's coming and evolving by itself. And I don't mean at all like a sentimental or like a psychological approach. It's very physical, the approach, what I'm looking for.
And how do you deal with improvisation? In ELVEDON, there is a part of it, or
None.
or no?
There are some parts that the way that they're looking, the point they're looking are free, but everything is totally set. I mean, in the process there was a lot of improvisation, but in a way within very, very strict limitations. So it's not easy for me to work with improvisation just in a free way, but I really set very strict rules, and within this I believe that improvising with this it creates a big space for finding material.
And what do you think will be your next step?
My next step is I would like to travel a bit more with ELVEDON and perform as much as I can. And I would like also to start start traveling also with my second piece, Opus. So I think I will spend this year with traveling and performing, and I think I will have some small rehearsal periods to get ready for the year after. I have some ideas, so I want to start find something, let it go again a bit later with my company. So yes, that's it, and I think the year after I will do my next production.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for coming.